What's going on, guys? Seth here from Team Union Seth, back as your coach of the Philadelphia Fearows for our Week 1 matchup against the Durham Dragalge in the IPL. So, as you guys know, as you guys saw in the draft analysis, this league is a little bit different. So how it works is we started with 6 mons in the draft, so everyone drafted 6 mons, a Mega, a Tier 1, a Tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then throughout the season, after each week is over, we get to pick up another mon and add it onto our team. So for the first week, we only have 6 mons here with us. So each team basically has to bring their entire draft. So we know exactly what our opponent's going to bring, but they also know what we're going to bring. So we had to kind of prepare that way, which is really cool. It's an interesting take on the format. So I'm really excited for this league and to see how it works out. But what I have here, so our team is, we have the Mega Scizor, Zygarde 50%, Milotic, Lycanroc Dusk, Slurpuff, and Electrode, while the Durham Dragalge have Mega Charizard X, Garchomp, Alolan Ninetales, Umbreon, Dusknoir, and Mightyena. So the first thing I noticed when looking at his team is he has Double Dragon, which they don't share the same weaknesses. Like Charizard's not weak to ice, while Garchomp is quad weak to ice. And then there's some other differences, like Garchomp's not weak to ground, Charizard is. Charizard takes 50% from rocks when it comes in before Mega Evolves, and then 25 after Mega Evolves. So they don't have a whole lot of similarities, but they both do very similar things. Garchomp is either really bulky or Scarfed, or it could be potentially offensive with Sword Dance. Mega Charizard X is typically the Dragon Dance set. It could be like 3 attacks Roost or something like that. So they do similar things, so I can have similar counters to them. Alolan Ninetales pretty much does the same thing whenever it comes to a match. It sets up the Hail, it gets Aurora Veil up, can Moonblast, Blizzard, Ice Beam, whatever wants to go with there. And then the Umbreon is just bulky. Whenever it comes, it's just bulky. Has really good special defense, could potentially even be run physically defensive if the right matchup is there. Toxic, Wish, Protect, Stall, so that thing can be really, really annoying. Dusknoir I'm not too worried about. It gets decent coverage, but its stats aren't all that. It is pretty bulky, so that's a little bit of a concern, but not too much. And then Mightyena, it can potentially be a threat. It does get Moxie, it gets Sucker Punch, so that could be a little bit scary. So as long as we can just make sure I can check that and handle that well, we shouldn't have much of an issue. So going into the team we brought, we start off with our Mega Scizor. So Iron Man, our Mega Scizor with a Scissorite and Technician. This week we have U-Turn, Bullet Punch, Roost, and Defog. The EVs, we have 248 in HP, max attack, and 8 in special defense with an Adamant Nature. So this thing is bulky to help take on the Chomp and take on the Alolan Ninetales. Bullet Punch does OHKO the Ninetales, and we are able to take some hits from Chomp, potentially Roost, or U-Turn, or if it's bulky with rocks, we can get Defog goes away. Keeping rocks off the field isn't super important, but it definitely helps if my opponent gets up rocks. So if I can keep those off the field, that would be cool. If not, it's not a huge deal, but that's what this set is mainly for, to support the rest of the team. Obviously, Scizor can be a huge offensive threat with Sword Stance and Bug Bite and Bullet Punch, things like that. But this week I felt running a bulky set was just best for his team. Plus, U-Turn is really good against Umbreon and Mightyena either way. So I don't really need a Sword Dance to take those things on. So having a bulky set will help me out a little bit more this week. So moving on, we have our Zygarde 50%. Next up, with the Leftovers and Aura Break, this week we have Dragon Dance and Substitute, and then 1,000 Arrows and Brick Break. So for the moves, we'll get into the EVs in a second, but for the moves, most often Zygarde just needs 1,000 Arrows. I mean, there's only grass. The grass types are the only switch in, and even then, they're not a great switch in if I get 1 or 2 Dragon Dances up, and my opponent does not have a grass type. So 1,000 Arrows is going to be doing a lot to everything on its team. It even hits the Dusknoir Levitating. It could hit the Garchomp before it Mega Evolves, even though it's Flying type. Dragon Dance just to set up, I outspeed everything on this team at +1. And then the Substitute is there in case he wants to status me with the Umbreon or the Dusknoir, potentially, or it can also allow me to take a hit from the Ninetales. So I plan to sub first, and then I can get up a Dragon Dance, and then start to sweep his team. Brick Break is mainly there in case he wants to set up an Aurora Veil, so I can break that Aurora Veil with the Brick Break, and potentially use that Brick Break on Umbreon or Mightyena if I need to, which I probably shouldn't. 1,000 Arrows could be, will most likely be good enough, but it's still there just in case. I have 104 in HP, 252 in attack, 4 in defense, and 148 in speed with an adamant nature. It outspeeds a max speed Mightyena without a boost, so before I Dragon Dance, we outspeed the Mightyena. Even at +1, we can outspeed like Scarf Jump or +1 Megazord X, so I didn't even bother putting all that speed in. We just have enough speed to outspeed that Mightyena, and then if I get a boost, I outspeed the rest of his team anyway. So moving on, we have the Milotic. Milotic this week we're running a Flame Orb set. So Flame Orb, Marvel Scale, physically defensive. We have Scald, Toxic, Recover, and Haze. 248 in HP, max physical defense, and 8 in special attack with the bold nature to boost that physical defense even more. So as you guys can see, for Marvel Scale, if the Pokemon is status, so with the Flame Orb we get burned, our defense is raised by 1.5. So it's multiplied by 1.5. So this thing is going to be boosting its defense, and with the Marvel Scale, once we get the Flame Orb off, it'll have like, I think it's 423. Yeah, 423 defense, which is really nice. It's really nice for his Chomp and for his Zard. So that is why Milotic is here, is mainly to help take on the Garchomp and the Megazord. We can take hits from +1 Zard, we can take hits from +2 Garchomp just in case, or we can just, take them if they're not boosted at all. So this is our main switch in to those Mons. It also helps with the Mightyena if it decides to set up. So Mightyena does get Thunder Fang, I believe, but this thing can easily take a Thunder Fang. Even if it's at +1 from Moxie or something like that, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then we have Haze there. Haze there is just for setup. If he wants to set up with his Chomp or with his Megazord, or even the Mightyena, he can haze those boosts off. Toxic is there for the Umbreon and for the Dusknoir. So Umbreon obviously gets synchronized, but once I have my Flame Orb up, if I Toxic him and he tries to synchronize it back, it won't work because I already have that Flame Orb up. So that's really cool there. I thought that was kind of an interesting tech. And then just recover to keep our health as high as possible throughout the battle. Next up we have our Lycanroc Dusk with the Focus Sash and Tough Claws. This is going to be my dedicated lead. We have Stealth Rock, Accel Rock, Brick Break, and Taunt. 64 in HP, 252 in attack, and 192 in speed with the Jolly nature. This speed allows us to outspeed Garchomp all the time. So at any point we can outspeed Garchomp, unless it's Scarfed, obviously. And the rocks, like I said, it's my dedicated lead. We just want to get rocks up. Brick Break again is there just in case for the Aurora Veil, and it can help with the Mightyena and the Umbreon as well. And then Taunt can help potentially with setup Mons, so if he wants to, come in when this thing is weakened with his Chomp or his Zard, I can potentially taunt them, outspeed, and prevent them from setting up if they were looking to do that on this thing. So I could prevent the setup, get a rocks if I need to, a Accel Rock, Brick Break, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, enough speed for the Chomp, we dump max attack, and then the rest just went into HP. Moving on, we have our Slurpuff. Now, I'm really excited about this set. So Slurpuff was tier 4. I'm not completely sure why. Originally, I was thinking about running a Sticky Web Slurpuff this week, but his team isn't super speedy, and I was like, well, he has 2 dragons, and I have a Belly Drum Fairy. What should I run? So, we're running the standard Belly Drum Slurpuff this week. Citrus Berry with Unburden, with Belly Drum, Play Rough, Drain Punch, and Facade. He does have he has a good amount of status with the Umbreon and the Dusknoir, or even potentially Will-O-Wisp Megazord X, which is possible. So I have the Facade just in case that does happen. But for our EVs, we have 68 in HP, 248 in attack, and 192 in speed. The speed allows us to outspeed a max speed Chomp after Unburden. So once we get our Unburden boost, we outspeed Chomp even if it's Scarf, so that would be +1. And same thing with Zard, we outspeed a +1 Zard after our Unburden boost. And that's pretty much it for this thing. I mean, this thing, he has 3 Mons that are weak to Play Rough, and then he has Megazord, Ninetales, and Dusknoir, which are not going to want to take the rest of our coverage moves. So Play Rough is going to be what we're clicking most of, if not all the time. Drain Punch is mainly there just for a little bit of recovery if we need it, and like I said, Facade is there if we do get status. Last but not least, we have our Electrode. Another Focus Sash. We're running double Sash this week with Aftermath. So we're running Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, and Thunder Wave. It outspeeds Alola Ninetales, so we have 200 in HP, 252 in special attack, 4 in special defense, and 52 in speed with the Modest nature. We are able to run modest because the thing is so incredibly fast. It doesn't outspeed anything at +1, unfortunately, but that's not a huge deal. That's kind of why we have the focus sash. But we do have enough speed to outspeed the Alolan 9000 at any point. And the sash is for in case the Garchomp gets set up or the Megazord X gets set up. If they want to Earthquake or do whatever, they can take one hit and either fire off a Thunder Wave for the Chomp, an HP Ice, or I'm sorry, a Thunder Wave for the Charizard, an HP Ice for the Chomp. So we can do a good amount of damage there, and then if they want to kill us, they'll be taking aftermath damage anyway. So that is it for the team. Let me know what you guys think of the team and what you guys think of the whole league concept in general. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's interesting, and I'm excited to pick up some mons later on in the season and start to really form a quality team. But I do like this team. I think it's really cool. I think it has a lot of versatility, a lot of options, and you can do a lot of different things with it. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.